Fine. In this particular session, so what we are going to see is we are trying to see how do we filter the data using the horizontal. See, like, so horizontal filters. See, in the last class we saw how do we filter the data vertically. So now we are going to see like how do we filter the data horizontally. Horizontally in the sense, so you have many rows. Out of that many rows, you want to go only some selected rows. So now you want to do an horizontal filters. We have the different operators what we can use it. Okay, and mainly this particular horizontal filter is done using the where clause. Okay, so that means we say select the column names from the table name. So after the table name will be followed with the where. So where will be clause will be followed with the different operators. Okay, and things, so that we'll see. So that is immediately after the where clause we follow the, it will be followed with the name of the columns, followed with an operator and a value to that. Now we have different types of operators. We do also have a relational operator, the logical operator. We have wildcard characters. Okay, so we have the different operators. So we'll look into this in this particular session. So we'll concentrate on how to use a relational operator. See, generally when I talk about this particular relational operator, what is a relational operator? Relational operator, it checks for the relationship of a value. So now I want to check whether the column is matching to a particular value. Okay, exactly matching or not matching, or whether it is greater than or whether it is less than that particular value, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. Okay, so these are the some of the relational operators what is available so in your SQL database. Fine. So we'll try to understand how do we use this particular operators in your SQL queries to filter the data horizontally. For doing this, okay, so we'll just get into our MySQL. So first thing is like, I have this particular data from the customers. When you see this particular data in the customers table, so this is fetching me almost 90 rows. Yeah, so it has totally, you can see here, 93 rows are there. So it is fetching me the complete data from the customers table. Now what I want to do is I just want to get only some selected rows, only some selected data. I don't want to see all the data. So now on selected data means how you want to filter it. I say, I want to see the customers who's from Germany. I want to see only the customers who is there in Germany. So in that case, my query will go like this. I just rewrite this particular query like this. I just say select star from the customers. Okay. So immediately after the table name, I'll use a where clause. Where? So since I wanted to apply the filter on the country column, I will select the country. Okay, that is the column name. I will specify the column name is equal to what is the value that you need to match. I'll just say it should be it should be matching to Germany. Yes. So now Germany is a string data. That's a literal data. So it has to be given within the single quotes. Now when I run this particular query, so you can see we are getting the output, but this time you can see we are getting only 11 rows out of what I say 93 rows. We're just getting only 11 rows. So that means we out of this particular 93 different customers, we have the 11 customers who's from Germany. You can see this is only the Germany data. Fine. Is how we look for it. So this is how we exactly match it. Now I want to see the customers other than Germany. Okay, so out of this 93, we are showing 11 customers are from Germany. I don't want to see this 11 customers. Excluding this 11 customers, I want to see. So what I do, I'll just say not equal. So we use this particular symbol here. So this is for representing a not equal. So that means I want to see the customers, okay, who's not from Germany, other than Germany. So when you see here, so you can see that 11 rows are removed and then the data has been shown. So now we can see here, we have the customer from Mexico, UK, Sweden, Brazil, USA, Argentina. We have from all places, but we can see there is no Germany customers here. Okay, so if you want to look for the exact match, say equal, and this is your not equal to operator. See, not equal to operator can also be written like this. Okay, it accepts this also. You can see it is showing other than Germany. So you can also write like this, but the actual this one is not equal to is this. So it supports both operators. Okay, less than and equal to, or this is the actual not equal to operator. Now we are able to get like this. Now let us see with the operators like greater than, less than. So see, this can work even with the character data. Okay, let us do that. See, when I just say select star from customers where country is greater than or equal to, then what it will do is it will go with the ASCII based or to say sorting. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G will not, A, B, C, D, E, F will not be there. All the country names starting from G onwards, G, H, I, J, K. So when I try to filter this, so since I say Germany, okay, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T is there, but you can see Austria, Argentina, Brazil, Chile. So this particular Canada, okay, this particular country ka data is not there. Okay, but this particular operators mainly we use this with numerical data and the dates. So let us go with some kind of a numerical data. Okay, so to get this numerical data, so in my this table I don't have a numerical field. So what will I do is I'll select another table here, products table from this database. That is, I'm using a document schema, select star from. So this is my products tables. I'm just selecting this table because I just wanted some numerical data. Fine. I have a product ID, name, supplier ID, category. We have a unit price and the stock, what is available. Apart from that, we have is there any discount given, reorderable, and the units in stock. Now what I want to do is, this is my products data, so which is being shown like this. I want to filter from the products data is I want to see only those products which is costing more than say more than 40. Okay, I want to see that. So in that case, I don't want to see the other products. I want to see only those products whose more than 40 is what I'm looking for, the unit price value more than 40. Okay, so my what I say, my query will go something like this. So I'll just say select star from product. I'll just say where say unit price. Okay, so unit price is, I say, greater than or equal to 40. So you can see it is showing me only those particular products whose price is 40 and above. Fine. Yeah. So I'm able to get like this. So when here what happens when I say greater than or equal to 40, it will show 40 and above 40. So if I'm not giving equal to, if I'm just giving only the greater than sign, so in this case what happened, it will show me only the records whose value is okay more than 40. That 40 is not included. It is showing above 40. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So we are just trying to fetch the data, something like this. The same way we do also have this particular operators, like I want to see less than 40. So I can just say less than, so it will show below 40. That means 39.99 and below. 40 is not included as a part of it. So when I say less than or equal to 40, so it shows me 40 and below 40. Okay, so that means equal to operator is this will look for the exact match. Okay, so when I say not equal to, this is excludes this particular match. So when I just say greater than or equal to, okay, a value what you have given and above that, since you have given unit price is equal to greater than or equal to 40, 40 and above will be shown. The same way when I just say less than or equal to 40 and below 40, so we can have this particular optional. So if I say less than 40, 40 is not included, below 40, and I say less than or equal to 40 and below, that is what it is going to be fetched. So these are the relational operators. I hope it is clear.
Yes.
Now, let us do the same thing with the date fields. Okay. So for the date, I have orders table. So let me select this order, select star from orders table. So when I just go yeah, so I have just this orders table. In the order table, we can see we have something called as order date, required date, and all those things. So I want to see the values, okay, orders one which was placed after 1st Jan 1997 onwards. I don't want to see this 96 orders. Okay, so I can just go like this. I say, let it be. So I just say select star from orders where order date is greater than or equal to, um, you can even go for the equal to match, but here since it is a date fields, So date is a combination of many things, no? Day, month, and year. So we just specify. I say 1997. I say 01. I say 01. Year, month, and day. This will show me only the orders which was placed on this particular date. See, one thing you observe here is when it is a character data and the dates, they are being enclosed within the quotes. The character data, okay, and the date fields, they will be enclosed within the quotation mark. Okay, when it comes to the numeric data, when it comes to the Boolean values, they will not be enclosed within the quotes. Whereas the characters and the date values, they have to be enclosed within the quotes. So reason is like when I talk about the character data, it is just a name. So that name can be, Germany can be even a table name, a column name. So to avoid that confusion, so we just say, no, this is not the object name. So this is the value that you're comparing that has to be enclosed within the quotes. But you cannot have the name of the table or any variable names as only numbers. Is it? So numbers, no need to enclose within the quotes, numbers and the Boolean values. Okay, so fine. This is trying to get me the data. So exactly matching to this, that means it is trying to show me those orders which was placed in this particular date. Now I want to see the orders which was placed after this date. So I can just say greater than. So after 1st Jan 1991. Okay, onwards, whatever the data is there. So greater than or equal to even this 1st Jan 97 plus the rest of the thing. So this is how we use this. Okay, so here again we can use it equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. So all these things will work. So this is how we can use this particular relational operators. Either it is a character data or a numerical data, or it might be the date fields. So we try to filter it something like this. Fine. Next is we'll see with some kind of a membership operators. So membership operators, like we have between and range. So let me do this. We have a between operator, and we do also have a in operator. So we look into this particular operators. So how do we work on this? So what is a between? As the name only says between. So between is you want to fetch the values within a specific range. Okay, so we have a range and you want to get the values in a range. We use this particular between operator. So how will we use this particular between operator? Now, take an example. We have this order date. So when I say greater than 1st 1997, 1st Jan 1997, it is showing all the orders after this. But I want to get this particular values within a specific date. I just want to see the orders which was being placed between the 1st Jan 97 to 10th Jan 97. So we had some kind of a special offer. I want to know the orders which was placed during this particular time period. Okay. So generally what we write is, if there is no between operator, so we write it like this. So I just say select star from orders where order date greater than this, and I'll just say and. So I want to go with another condition. So again, I'll just say order date. Same thing, I can just do it. And here it is Jan 10th. Yes. So you can see 1st Jan to yeah. Sorry. This is fine. The date was, everything was fine. I had written or. See, the difference between and or is, and is like, you've given two conditions. So we expect both the condition has to be satisfied. Okay. That is the and operator, or is like, either of it. So now I've given this particular query, which goes like this. So I want to get the data from the orders table where order date is greater than 1st Jan 1997, and at the same time the order date is less than the, what is say, 10th Jan 1997. See, this particular date format goes like this: year, month, and day. The second is the month. Okay, so it is January 10th. So I want to see orders which was placed during this. So like I said, like, I had some kind of a special offer, and I want to know how many people have availed this particular offer, or during this offer time, how many orders are being placed. So I want to look into that particular thing. So that is where we have used. So now I have just used this particular AND operator in between to compare both the criteria and try to display the data. Fine. Now, instead of writing this particular order date greater than this and again writing this, I can also use something called as a between operator. So now, since when you are fetching the data in a range, you have the start date and end date, or start number and the end number. So we can also use a between operator. We'll just see like how do we use this with the help of the between operator. So when I'm using the between, I'll just say select all the columns. What are the columns you want to get from the table name? Where? So again, the column name. Instead of using this operator, I'll use a between operator. Between. Okay. So minimum value, the lower value, and the higher value. I don't have to repeat this particular column name, and I don't have to repeat this particular operator. So this we just need to delete it if I'm using the AND operator. So you can see here. So this is more readable, okay, more easy. You don't, so it's more like English commands than having this particular operators and all these things. So this is the benefits you get. So when you're using this particular range operator, so I can say this operator is to fetch the data in a specific given range. So there might be a situation like I want to see, exclude this range of data. Okay. I don't want to see the orders which was being placed between the 1st Jan 97 to 10th Jan, but other than that, after 10th Jan and before this one. And this data is including this particular start and end value. Okay, so you can see it will show me 1st Jan as well as the 10th Jan, including of this values. So I can just, so I don't have to think for like, for the other operators and things. I can just say as not between. I want to exclude this. Whatever the data has been there, I want to, that data what has been displayed has to be written here, has to be, whatever the data has been displayed here, that has to be hidden. And whatever the actual data was hidden, it has to be displayed. That means I want to reverse it. So I'll use a not, I think. So when I use this not, what happens? So you can see we have got the sales before 1st Jan 97 and after 10th Jan 97. So in 97, you can see January 22 is there, 14 is there. So you can see 13. You can see here 96, 31st 12, and you can see it is following. So I think after 10th was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 11th, 12th is holiday. So 13th is the next working day. So from there, the data has been flowing. Fine. So we can easily exclude or include, but just adding this particular not keyword. What not will do? Not complements it. Whatever the data was being filtered, that is going to be displayed. Whatever the data was actually displayed, that will be filtered. So that complements the output or reverses the output, rather, I can say. This is a between operator. So we mainly use this between operators, very useful with the dates and the numeric data. Like I want to see the same thing I want to see with the numerical values. I'll just select this products table. Where, what is that? I just say unit price. I want to see the products whose unit price is between 30 and 40. So I can just say between 30 and 40. That's it. So I'm trying to see this particular products whose unit price is between 30 and 40. So when you see this particular, when you run this particular output, so it is inclusive of 30 and 40. And so you can see here that is showing all this particular price, which is between 30 and 40, not more than 40, not less than 30. So this is my product state. So the same thing, if I'm not using a between, I need to say unit price greater than or equal to and I need to say unit price is less than or equal to, I have to write this in this particular way. Okay, so the same query can be written in this particular way if I'm using this between operator. So where I'll just say instead of this operator, I'll use a between. So I just give the minimum value and the maximum value, and I don't have to repeat this column names and the operators again and again. That is the benefit you get it in this one. Fine.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, thing. So that is your between operators. Now, apart from that, we do also have this particular what do you say? Between is mainly used when you're working with the range of values. So when you're working with a range of values, so where we use this particular between, and the in operator is when you're working with a group of values. So when you're working with a group of values, we use the in operator. So we'll just see an example of the in operator. Now, again, let us get back to our customers table. So when I get into this particular customers table, so we have this particular customer table here, which is showing 93 rows. And we can see here, we have this particular customers from many different countries. We have Ireland, USA, Venezuela, Brazil, UK, Germany, France, Italy, okay, Austria, and all these things. Now, what I want to do is I want to see the customers from some selected countries. Like I want to see the customers of UK, USA, Germany, Brazil. Okay, so in that case, what will I do? So I want to go only with selected. Okay, so I'll just say where country, where is equal to say USA. What this will do, this will show me only the customers of USA. So I want to see the USA as well as UK. So in that case, I will use a or operator. Or is like either. So if I want to see the records from the customer whose country is either equal to USA or country is matching to UK. So either the customers are from the USA or from UK, I just want to show. So in this case, you can see I'm able to get this particular data from the customer table where either country is matching to UK or it is matching to USA. Yeah. Now I want to see, apart from that, I also want to see Germany. Okay, I just say again, we say our country is equal to say Germany. So or I'll just say country say is equal to say Israel, Brazil, and I'll just say fine. So now what we can see here is I'm able to fetch the data from the customers from this particular different countries. So here we are trying to able to get this data from the customers where the country is matching to USA, UK, Germany, or Brazil, or you want to go with more, I can just go with or say is equal to France. So from these 5 different countries, you can see we have the customers of Germany, UK, France, okay, Brazil also is there, okay, and USA, all these things, even the USA customers and all these things. Now, I have just given 5. You can see the query length is increasing like this. The complexity is increasing. Okay. Now, I say I want to get the customers from 10 or 15 different countries. This becomes very tedious. This looks like more manual work. Okay, so in this case, so I can, since I'm comparing all those particular columns, so all those values with the same column, in the same column I'm looking for a different values. Okay, so but the values not in a range, start to end range, starting with A to F or something. No, it is not in the range, but it is a different values, a group of values. So you want to compare with this kind of a group of values, we will be using the in operator, which I discussed it. So we'll just see how can we fix this particular problem with the help of the in operator. So in operator, as I said, it mainly works on the group of values. You want to filter based on the group of values. So when I'm using this in operator, so I'll be writing it like this. I'll just say, get me all the data from the customers where the customer's country is matching to, either from USA, this one. So I'll just say where country, instead of this operator equal to, I'll just use the in operator. That's it. Then I'll just open the bracket and they'll define the group of values with a comma separator. I don't have to repeat this particular or operator, the column, name of the column equal to, and all these things. I can just use a comma operator. Okay, so again, I don't have to say this or, so that can be again with a comma. So again, I don't have to give all this thing. I just use a comma and pass the values. And so that is in, and I have opened the brackets here. Within the brackets, I have defined the values. So you can see here, I'm able to get this. So that means the same query is rewritten with the help of in operator like this. So in operator, okay, and you can see you're getting the same output. So you're getting the same set of rows. So it is getting the data from what is say USA, UK, Germany, Brazil, and France. So you can, if you want to add another country, you can just go here. I say Argentina, Austria, AUSTR. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, fine. So you can see how simplified it is. The same, if I have to write add Australia, again I have to say our country is equal to Austria. AUSTR. Okay, the same query. So this is how we use this in operator. In is mainly used with group of values. So fine, I've mentioned this particular 6 different countries. Like as we saw yesterday, when you wrote this particular query, we had almost to find out how many countries are there. We had some 22 or 23 different countries. So out of that, here we are trying to get the 6 different countries. Now I say, no, I don't want to see the 6 countries. I want to see other than 6. Other than this 6 is we have another 17 different countries. So writing that 17 different countries becomes a very tedious work. We should be very careful with spellings. We have Venezuela and all these things, Argentina and all these things. So what I do here is I just use this not in. What is not? Not complements it. So whatever the data is being displayed. So I say, I don't want to see the customers of this particular country. Other than this country, I want to see the customers. Okay. So when I just use a not in, so you can see what happens. Okay, so again, we are getting this particular output, but we can see I'm not able to see this particular data. So no Brazil, Germany, USA, UK, and all these things. Other than it has been shown. So this is how your group operator works in operator. Okay, so fine. So we just started with the how do you filter the rows horizontally. So if you want to filter the rows horizontally, so it is done with the help of the where clause. The where clause has many operators. We have relational operators. We do have logical and wildcard operators. We can see that in the next session. So we just discussed about your relational operators and also special operators like in and between. So in is used for comparing with a group of values, and between for the range of values. And relational operators we use when you want to compare the values with a matching or greater than or less. You want to do a comparisons, and then you want to, if it is matching or greater than a thing, so if it is true, only show that particular records. Okay, so we just saw, like, what is the use of equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than, with the character datas, with the numerical datas, and also with the date values. Fine. Then we said, like, to compare, okay, with the date values greater than and less than between multiple values using an AND operator. So here it was showing only those records which satisfies both the conditions. So okay, now this particular things can be rewritten with the help of the between operators, so to get the values within a specific range. Then we did also discuss with how do you compare with multiple values with either matching to any one of the values using the or operator. Or is what? Either. So it will show me all the customers whose either belongs to any of this particular country. Fine. And then that same thing can be written with the help of the in operator. So in is mainly used when you want to compare with a group of values. So you can see this particular 3 lines or 4 lines of code is being just reduced to this particular single line of code. This is more readable, telling that I want to see all the customers either belonging to any one of the countries. Okay, so we can use a not in to reverse this particular output, or in is the actual this one. Fine. So this is about how to use this particular where clause, okay, with the help of the relational operators and also the special operators like in and between. Thank you.